Hello, my name is Hannah and I'm the rector of Desborough, Braybrook, Dingley and Brampton Ash, and I'm here to do a thought for the day. My husband Tim and I, once a month, we retreat, we go away. I take 2 days off in the week instead of the normal one, and we hitch up the caravan and we go away to a quiet place somewhere, usually not very far away, just 20 to 40 minutes away. Why do we do that? We do it because we recognise that it's really important for our marriage that we have time alone together, without distraction. We also do it because we recognise that as individuals we need just to get away from busy vicarage life. That leads me on to talking about a new practice that we introduced on Sunday at St Giles, the practice of solitude. The practice which at its most basic and profound level is simply gives an opportunity to be ourselves with God. And guess what? It's modelled by Jesus himself. If you were to read the Gospels, you would see Jesus constantly withdrawing from the busyness of his ministry life to a place of quiet, a place free from distraction. He would do it in the middle of the night or early in the morning. And from there, he would pray, he would rest, he would listen for his Father's voice. And then, renewed, restored, he would return back to the busyness of his life. He would return back to community. So there was that constant toggle between solitude and community. And so my question for you is, do you want to come close to God? Do you want to have that intimate relationship with God where you two are renewed by him, where you two can constantly be aware of his voice and his leading? And if the answer to that is yes, then I have an invitation for you, and that is follow Jesus to the quiet place. Whatever the quiet place for you might be, and for different people that's going to be different. If you're a busy mum, that might actually just be 10 minutes in the bath with the door locked. If you're like me, then you've got a bit more flexibility, because my season of life is very different to what it used to be when I was a busy working mother. My children have left home, so I have more space and more freedom. So my pattern now, as somebody who's still working but has some space, is that I spend half an hour a day intentionally in quiet with God. I withdraw to a place in the house where Tim knows that's my place to pray, and I have half an hour. I also have an hour a week when I do that. I also have a day a month when I do that. And I also have a week a year when I do that. That's my rhythm. Yours will be different. But the key thing is that you make a plan, a realistic plan, based on who you are, what your circumstances are, and what your season of life is. And if you live on your own, it's easy to think, well, I'm always in solitude. I just want to correct that. Solitude is not about being on your own. Solitude is about being with God, free from distraction. We can be on our own, but not in a place of solitude. Do listen to yesterday's sermon for a much deeper exploration of this practice. And if you really want to go deeper with it, then please join a Practicing the Way group. Just be in touch and we can put you in one. Because our Practicing the Way groups will be exploring this together in community and then experimenting together with ways in which they can put this practice into their lives. But just to close, 2 quick reminders. The first is, as with all the practices of Jesus, this is an invitation, not a command. But the other one is that if we want to have a close, intimate relationship with God, we need to find ways to follow Jesus to the quiet place. God bless.